Hello Fallout fans, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be giving you a tour of the settlement I built in the SLOG. It's a pretty big place, so let's get started. Raiders are constantly attacking my settlement, and my defenses cut them down, so I used the thing behind me to get rid of the corpses so I don't have to carry them a long distance. On the ground here I have the last batch of raiders who attacked. Now what I do is I use my gun to pick them up and one by one put them on the conveyor belt. Come on Stubby, you're going too. Now they all get a nice little ride on this conveyor belt on their way to their final destination. Ouch! Damn, that looks extremely painful. The human leg should not bend that way.
Now we play the waiting game. No, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Hours later.
And now the judges' scores. Now this next place we're going to look at is the mausoleum. Okay, we got 7 graves here. This grave is for my favorite guitarist, Stevie Ray Vaughan, who died in a helicopter crash. And this is for my favorite group, Pink Floyd. This is for my my boss Jack, who passed away. Well, my ex-boss Jack. He was a good dude. And this one's for my my best friend Brian, who also unfortunately passed away. This is my father's grave. And this is my mother's grave. They've both passed on. And I made myself a grave. Why not? Now this next place is the Hog's Breath Inn. It's named after my favorite actor, Clint Eastwood's bar. Let's go on in and take a look. Okay, we got plenty of seating. We got some spittoons on the floor. You can have a seat at the bar or at one of the tables. Let's take a look behind the bar. Plenty of booze back here. We got a safe. There's nothing in it, but we have a safe. And this is where I store all the cigarettes and cigars, stuff like that. And this is where I store the robot workbench. So far I've made 6 robots. Mo, Larry, Curly, Bendejo, Marty Cohen, and Hijo de Gran Puta. This is Dirty Harry's gun shop and range. You can buy lots of guns here and take a little target practice. Okay, we got a waiting room here with lots of issues of Guns and Bullets. This is where I keep all the big guns. There's guns all over the walls. Ammunition. And in this crate I keep all the extra guns. And there are a lot of them. Okay, now we go through this door. And now we're at the shooting range. Okay, now we'll go to the second floor. And I'm using the pack rifle. It's very colorful. This building behind me is Hideo's Arcade. I named it after Hideo Kojima, creator of the Metal Gear Solid series. I'm a big fan of the Metal Gear games.
Metal Gear.
Enough talk, in we go. Wow, this place has got everything. Okay, we got a lot of arcade games. I'm gonna need some tokens. Okay, we got a pool table, we got slot machines. I think I'll try my luck. Okay, I lost. And I lost again. Typical. I think I'll play a little Atomic Command. I got them all. Atomic Roller looks fun. Hope Shot, Red Menace, their version of Space Invaders. They call it Zeta Invaders. And this is the greenhouse. This is where I put all my slaves, I mean settlers, to work. They got to do something to earn their keep. I like to dress up my settlers in some of the game's stranger outfits. It's a lot easier to tell them apart that way. What the hell are you looking at? Get back to work. This building is the Power Armor Duplication Building, but you can duplicate pretty much anything here. It doesn't have to be power armor. Okay, you put whatever you want to duplicate into the cabinet. The hopper thing sucks it out. It goes down the conveyor belt and ends up in this container unit. I'm going to put a yellow flight helmet in the cabinet. Okay, the hopper sucked it out of the cabinet. Now you got to have your companion standing nearby. And then as it comes down the conveyor belt, you have to be far enough away not to grab it. Okay, order your companion to get it. Your companion will do it.
Stay there.
And now your companion has the yellow flight helmet or whatever you duplicate in their inventory. Take it from them. Now you go to the storage thing here, and there's also a yellow flight helmet in there. So you've duplicated it. Now take it out of the storage unit. Now I'll check, and I should have 2 yellow flight helmets, and I do. So the duplication worked. Now that I've shown you the outside of the complex, let me take you... Wait a minute. Wow, some raider just got fucked up. As I was saying, now that you've seen everything that's on the outside, let's take a look inside the building. Okay, here we have a few shops, armor, clothing, medical care, stuff like that. And over here we have the machine shop. In here you can upgrade and modify your weapons and your armor. And pretty much craft any supplies you would need for your settlement. Sometimes my settlers come in here and start using some of the machines. I have no idea what they're making. This next shop is Slocum's Joe Donuts.
Donut.
Now I put these 2 dummies here dressed up in the Slocum's Joe's uniforms because I had some of my settlers dressed up in those uniforms, but they kept walking away, leaving the counter. Now if we go through here, this is where I keep all the supplies to make the donuts. And we got the donut fryer. Got some donuts ready to go out. Some donuts in the case, they look delicious. And some more seating. And that's pretty much it for Slocum's Joe. Auto closing door my ass. Now up these steps is where all my settlers sleep. And we got everything they would need up here. Cigarette machine, a cooler, and we have the kitchen. We can go in and cook and make soda, all kinds of stuff. Ooh, Rocket Girl here is manning the soda machine. Rocket Girl.
Fuck you.
Okay then. Moving on. Okay, that's all for the kitchen. And over here we have the bathroom. And get yourself some perfectly preserved cherry pie. And now we'll go to the third floor. This is the transporter. Whenever I fast travel to this location, I'll end up in there. And that's my hellhound, Cerebus. He's a good boy. I hate that monkey. This is my room. Here's my baseball equipment, my bobblehead collection, some of them. Here's my gnomes and the rest of my bobbleheads. Little boat model and all my baseball equipment, the extra equipment I store in this this trunk. There's my lunch boxes, my giant size Vim. And this is the population management machine. You can keep track of all your settlers and their jobs. Of course, all of mine are farmers. My closet. And that's where I store an extra set of the free fall leg armor, so I don't take any damage when I fall from any height. I got a lot of the same suits there. There's my personal bathroom. I'm too good to shit with the other people. Okay, now let's check out the surveillance cameras. I got them placed all over the place. I'll just show you a few. That's a place we haven't seen yet, the manufacturing plant. That's the arcade. That's the outside of the robot duplication. There's at the gun range. There's inside the gym. Another one inside the gun store. That's the machine shop. That's inside the bar. That's Dirty Harry's gun shop. There's one of the cameras in the power room area, which we haven't seen yet. That's the Ocelot prison. There's a nice wide shot of the complete complex. That's another one inside my room. Why am I watching myself? There's inside the greenhouse. That's in the mausoleum. Another one in where the power armor is. I'll show you that in a separate video. That's inside the conveyor belt area. A wide shot of the arcade, and that's it. I got more cameras set up, but there was just too many to show. And that's it from my room. This is Arnold's gym. Okay, excuse me while I put in a little workout. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 4. That felt good. Ooh, exercise bike. I can feel it in my calves. It's enough of that. Okay, here we go. That's a hard one. Here we go. And now the dismount. And I stuck the landing. Someday I will kill you. Okay, over here we have the laundry. Not much going on in there. And this is the library. You can sit down and read a comic book. And have some coffee. This is where I store all my supplies. Okay, we got all the pre-war money and a floor safe. Chems, or chems. Extra magazines and bobbleheads, junk, food, and clothing. And now we'll go to the roof. I keep a vertibird up here in case I got to make a quick exit. This is the Ocelot prison. Okay, I have a few inmates in here, but the same as Slocum's Joe. I tried putting real people in there, but they kept just opening the doors and walking away, so I put these statues inside. I'm not sure what any of them are guilty of, but they must have done something. Now up these steps is my manufacturing plant. It's called Demas Manufacturing. Let's go in. In here you can manufacture everything from food, clothing, armor, weapons, and ammo. Now what you do is you go over to the terminal connected to the machine you want to produce something in. Here we're using the ammo processor. We're going to make some shotgun shells. Now the readout tells me I need 2 lead, 2 plastic, and 2 fertilizer. So now you go into your inventory and load those items into the hopper here. It says we need 2 of each, but I want to make 10 boxes of shotgun shells, so we're going to put 20 of each item in. That's 20 fertilizer. Now 20 lead. And 20 plastic. Now as soon as I exit the menu, the machine's going to start making the shotgun shells. They'll come down this belt and fall into this bin. Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. It turns out fast forward ain't so fast after all. When all 10 boxes are manufactured, the machine will automatically turn off. Okay, all 10 boxes are made. All that's left to do is to pick them up out of the bin. And that's how you manufacture stuff. This is where I store all my power armors, and it's the most restricted place in the complex. Only I'm allowed in. In here I have every model and paint job of power armor. Eventually I'm going to get around to labeling every suit of armor. The weapon racks above the armors will contain the model of the armor and the paint job. Check this out. This happens sometime. For some reason, some of the armors, they lose their paint job and they go back just to the regular raw metal. I don't know why it happens, but if I get in and then back out of the armor, it corrects itself. There, all better now. Let's take a look at the other floors. On this floor I have the Power Armor workstation. Here you can add anything or take anything off of a set of power armor. I also store all my extra power armor parts and all my extra fusion cores here. These are some of my favorite power armors. This section has all of the creatures. Rad Roach, Rad Scorpion, Rad Deathclaw, Nuka Deathclaw, Stingwing, stuff like that. These are my decapitalist armors, and each one has a different display you can have. I used the power armor duplication factory I made so I could have more than one display of them. The 3 display screens are Die, Smiley Face, and Please Stand By. On this level we have all the gunner armors, the Minuteman armors, all the patriotic armors. Now let's go to the next floor. We got the Unstoppable Comics armors, all the colorful armors, the Vim armors, and all the Brotherhood of Steel armors. This one's called the Scavenger armor. There's only 2 sets of it in the game. On this level we have the glow armors. We have gold armor, rust armor, silver armor, Coop 1 and 2, and the glow rainbow, and the regular rainbow. And there's some empty power armor frames in case I find some new power armor paint jobs. And that's it for my power armor collection, for now. I'm also working on a separate video that will showcase all the power armors and their paint jobs. Gotta oil the hinges on that door. And that's the end of my SLOG Outpost 31 settlement tour. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.